4 ways to avoid donation fraud on this Money Monday version of Unlock Your Wealth Today. Your life fully invested. Welcome to Unlock Your Wealth Today. Your life fully invested. I'm your purveyor of prosperity and host, Heather Wagenhals, and on this Money Monday episode, I'm making success simple by giving you 4 ways to avoid donation fraud during these turbulent times. Yes, we're in a really crazy place in the world right now, between the coronavirus, between the social outrage that's going on. We've also just had D-Day, Memorial Day. There's all kind of veterans activities going on. So many people legitimately want to help with making the world a better place. And in addition to that, there also are very select few that are nefarious in nature, and their intention is malicious. When it comes to donations, they're preying on your good nature. And we all want to help in some way. And no, we can't always be there to fight on the front lines, or we can't always respond personally to be involved directly with things, but we do want to be able to have impact. And one of the ways that we can do that is by donating funds for those who do have the time or take and make the time to participate in worthwhile activities, that we want to be able to further that, and we can do that financially speaking. The challenge is, how do we know if an organization is legitimate? This is the big problem that we have when it comes to scams all of the time. And there are a lot of sound-alike organizations. There's a lot of organizations that pop up that appear big because they are able to magnify or amplify their social reach. And many times we don't look past social proof to really confirm whether or not something is a valid entity for us to be investing in. And so the first thing that we need to do is properly vet a charitable organization. You got to do your homework. And I'm not just talking about visiting a social media page where you see all kinds of pictures of abused dogs or starving children. No, we have to look beyond that. We have to do our research. So if you receive a link or a telephone call or even something in your mailbox that says, help our organization, they can be very, very legitimate. You know, with the resources and technology that's out there, it's really easy to create some slick branding that makes you look like you're a professional operation. So one of the first places that you can go that I suggest is to some of these charity websites, like charitynavigator.org is one of those. And this organization takes and vets all of the different charities, and it ranks them based on how many dollars of their funding actually go to where it is. You can find out pretty quickly if a charity is legitimate. You can also do your homework and find out if they are a 501c3 corporation. They will be registered somewhere, which means that they have to publicly report their funds. So you can actually drill down and read the financials and see exactly where your money is going and what percentage of your money is getting to the intended recipients. So do your homework. Call and find other donors, the other big name donors that they're claiming are contributing to their efforts, and talk to those organizations. References matter, just like social proof matters. When you're going to buy some $20 ebook and they have all those testimonials, well, call those people that are writing big checks and find out why they're involved in the organization. And you'll know really quick if they are in fact doing that or if it's just more fraud being perpetrated upon you. So do your homework before you give a single nickel. Now, when it comes to giving that nickel or any dollar amount, the method of payment matters. A legitimate organization is not going to be asking for cash mailed to a P.O. box. They're not going to be asking for you to go buy prepaid debit cards and send them in, or provide that information online. They'll have a multitude of resources to take your payment, but cash and prepaid debit cards from your local convenience store are not necessarily one of them. And if they're insisting that that's their method of payment that they accept, well, then you got to consider the source. Perhaps you may want to consider finding another organization in that genre that you can donate to and support that has a more legitimate way of accepting forms of payment. The next thing I want to have as our third area of concern are crowdfunding. This has been an incredible way for people to legitimately raise money, but crowdfunding can also be a cause for concern, especially if the person that's raising the money is not affiliated with any organization and they're just trying to do good in the world. I'm not saying that folks aren't doing good in the world, but you have to vet them. Find out what money they've raised so far. What has it been spent on? Fully vet your source. If they're a legitimate source, they'll be able to provide this information to you. Again, do your research. These things pop up really quick after an event when there's a big explosion in the media or big coverage about something. Everybody wants to help and everybody jumps on that bandwagon, including those folks that are frauds and scams. So that's why you have to vet them. Again, always go back to another organization in that genre. There's never only one person helping or making a difference, and most genres will have another outlet for you to put your finances to do good in the world. Finally, avoid the rush. High pressure sales tactics, hurry up, do it now, is not how charitable organizations run. Most of them are always underfunded and they're always in need of more resources. But they know that if you don't help them today, they are still going to need that money tomorrow, the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year. And so they're going to take their time to groom you as a potential donor. If they're not investing the time to get you involved in their cause and they're doing high pressure sales tactics, you've got to ask yourself why. What makes today so much more different than the funds that you'll need tomorrow, next week, next month, and next year? And if you've got a high pressure sales situation, likely there may be some fraud behind it. So you have to ask yourself, is this where I want to be? And remember that you have to take and make sure that you're looking forward. You're looking past the actual donation and past the help. What outcomes are you trying to generate? And when you understand what outcomes you want to generate, then you can work backwards and process all of this in a manner that works with the way you want to be seen giving in the world. This is another reason why I stress in our Keys to Riches financial philosophy in our 5 areas of concern that when we do our estate area of concern and when we address legacy, how do you want to be remembered? We always have a defined charitable giving plan. This helps you in so many ways because there are a myriad options for you to be able to give. The problem is we can't give infinitely. You have yourself to take care of, you have family, you have commitments, maybe you have a business, you have payroll to meet. So the idea of being able to give to everybody is not realistic. And when you create a charitable giving plan, you're able to give with confidence and know that your money is serving a higher purpose for you that's of value to you. And it also gives you confidence that when you say no, you don't have to experience a tremendous amount of guilt, because saying no to your organization doesn't mean that you're not charitable. It just means that I'm sorry, but your charitable option, while worthwhile, and I wish you the best of luck, unfortunately is outside of my defined charitable giving plan. And that's the easiest way for you to alleviate yourself from guilt and avoid fraud at the same time. That's kind of the fifth one. That's the bonus not included in the price of today's show. I'm so glad that you stopped by. So let's go through the bullet points. Let's do some fast facts really quick. Do your research. Method of payment matters. Crowdfunding you should be concerned with, and avoid the rest, as well as create a charitable giving plan, and so you have it defined. So those are the 5 tips, even though I promised you only 4 at the beginning of this episode. Thank you so much for stopping by. We are almost just at 30 days out of the largest gathering for like-minded liberty and economic individuals. It is the most amazing event of the year for me. We are broadcasting live, and yes, I'm talking about Freedom Fest. I'm so excited. Dr. Drew is going to be headlining. I'll be speaking there on the business and entrepreneurship track, so I hope you join me, along with other incredible speakers like John Stossel. We've got Steve Forbes. We've got one of the top 20 living economists, Dr. Mark Skousen, and of course, our resident financial analyst and Way of the Renaissance man, Jim Woods. We will all be speaking there. We're going to have an incredible opportunity. Come by the booth, be a part of the show. We would love to have you. And it's going to be at Caesars this year in the lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. So join me in July 13th through the 16th. It's coming up quick. It'll be here before you know it, and I would love to have you there. And as an incentive, we have a great Freedom Fest offer for Unlock Your Wealth fans. All you have to do to get in on the good stuff and save money to be a part of the largest gathering of free minds in the world, all you have to do is visit unlockyourwealth.com/Freedom Fest. You should see the link right here. It'll also be in the copy of this post as well. Anyway, I would love to have you become a part of the show, be a part of the Renaissance Man show, connect with like-minded individuals who are looking to help you build wealth and live freely and prosper. So join me, won't you, in July. I'm Heather Wagenhals for the Maestro of Moolah, Michael Terry. Now go out and unlock your wealth today.
UnlockYourWealthToday.com is produced by Heather Wagenhals and the Unlock Your Wealth Foundation. UnlockYourWealthToday.com and its affiliates are copyrighted 2018 with all rights reserved. For more information on the Keys to Riches Financial Wellness Series, please visit our website at www.unlockyourwealthtoday.com.